Hello. Today we're going to start a series of cooking lessons to bring the secrets of Bubby's kitchen to prosperity so that we won't lose the recipes because we're all going to die anyways. So today we're going to start with Bubby's Skilet potato kugel. For that we need a skillet, we need a lid. So I have this flat lid from a large pot that I put on top. We're going to need oil in the skillet, which I can put in now, it doesn't matter. I have to open the oil. It's a fresh bottle. I'm putting in oil to cover the bottom of the skillet. And that's it. I'm going to put this aside on the stove. We'll get back to that later. We need about 4 or 5 medium-sized potatoes and 1 large onion. And the ingredients are salt, pepper, and Bubby's secret ingredient that she used to tell me every time she made the kugel. She said, don't tell anybody, but the secret to this kugel is garlic powder. And that's it. So we'll get started and we'll keep going as we get to different sections. Okay, so we've peeled the potatoes and now we're going to put them into the food processor. And another thing I forgot to mention that's important for the potatoes, for the potato kugel, one of the most important ingredients that I didn't talk about is eggs. So because I'm using 4 or 5 medium-sized potatoes, and here I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I've got 6 small potatoes. I'm going to use 3 or 4 eggs. I think I'm going to use 4 eggs in this one. So here are the eggs that we're going to put in very shortly. So first thing we're going to do is, because we're using the food processor with the knife, I'm going to cut up the potatoes into smaller pieces. Just makes it easier for the processing. And we're going to put all of that into the processor. Today my helper is Hadad, who is holding the camera and making the video. Shlomi is my technical helper. He brought me the extension cord to plug in the food processor. It's Friday afternoon and it's about 2 hours before Shabbat. And now the onion. There we go. Now, I'm going to break the eggs into the kugel. One. 2. 3. 4. Okay, so we peeled all the potatoes and I peeled the onion and I cut it all up and put it inside the food processor. One of the things I forgot to mention was that an important ingredient are eggs. Because I'm using 4 or 5 potatoes, in this case I used 6 small potatoes, I put in 4 eggs. So now I'm going to put in the spicing So Adar, if you can come and look inside. I never use measuring, so for this amount of eggs and potatoes, it looks to me like I put in a tablespoon of table salt and black pepper, about half a teaspoon, and garlic powder, looks like about a tablespoon. And that's it. I'm going to cover the top. And before I start processing, I'm going to turn on the fire for the oil because it needs to be hot. Okay, we ready? Okay, so we processed and now we have a mixture. And you can always tell if you put in enough salt if you just taste the mixture. Nice. Lots of garlic. And that's what it looks like. Okay, so now the oil is hot, very hot, and we're going to pour in the mixture into the frying pan. Turn the oil down. And the smoke alarm went off. That's okay. So that's there, and now I'm going to take the lid. And I put the lid on top. Now that lid is very important, and the reason why it's so big, and the reason it's so big is because we're going to need the lid to flip the kugel over when it's halfway done. So we're going to come back in a few minutes and see what's what, and we'll continue on. Okay, so it's been cooking for a while now on low fire. We're going to give it a check. And this color here is because I think the oil was burning when I put it in. Yeah, it's ready to be flipped over. This is a very... Bubby never did it this way, but this is something that I've perfected over the years. It might be a little bit messy because of the amount of oil that's in there. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it over and put another drop of oil in the pan and then let it cook on the other side. So here we go. Okay, take a look at that. Now I'm going to put another drop of oil in the pan. And with the towel, I'm going to slide this back into the frying pan. Okay, now we'll let that cook for a little while. You don't need to put the cover back on. It can stay like that. Okay. All right, our kugel is ready. We're going to get it out of the frying pan and into the plate. So we turn off the fire and we simply slide it. And there we go. Let's take it over here. Nice. fluffy, crispy, and hot. And now Shlomi's going to try it. Come on. Is it good? Say it's good. And now Hadar is going to try it.
It's good.
And there you have it. Bubby's Skilet potato kugel. Shabbat shalom.